We're diving into one of the most fascinating and rare coins in U.S. numismatics, the 1979 D Mint Mark Washington Quarter. This seemingly ordinary coin has a history full of twists and turns, and it's not just valuable because of its age. Stick around as we uncover what makes this coin worth millions of dollars. Now, you may think that a coin from 1979 isn't anything special, but trust me, it's the rarity and the condition that make this coin a true treasure. Let's first take a look at its history. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Washington quarters to satisfy the coin demands of the American public. But what sets the 1979 D apart from the rest? Well, in the late 70s, the Mint experienced a rare minting error, and while most of the coins were produced in high quantities, some of the 1979 D Mint Mark quarters were struck with a unique flaw. So what's the big deal with this flaw? Turns out, some 1979 D quarters were misstruck, leading to what's called a double die error. Here's where things get interesting. On these misstruck quarters, the minting process caused the die to shift slightly during production, which resulted in a asterisk doubled image on the coin's design, particularly noticeable on the date and lettering. Now, what makes a double die coin so valuable? Well, not only is it rare, but it also provides proof of the unique way this error happened. And for collectors, that means big bucks. While most 1979 D quarters are worth only face value, about 25 cents, those with the double die error can fetch up to millions of dollars when found in pristine condition. That's right, a well-preserved 1979 D double die Washington quarter can sell for anywhere from thousands to millions of dollars at auction. The exact value depends on the coin's condition, the severity of the doubling, and the interest from collectors. The most sought-after examples are those in uncirculated or proof condition, where the double die error is clear and sharp. These coins, especially when graded by services like PCGS or NGC, can command six-figure prices or even more. So, how can you spot a valuable 1979 D quarter? Look for the characteristic doubling on the Liberty lettering, as well as the date itself. The more dramatic the doubling, the higher the value. Coin condition is crucial when it comes to value. If you have a 1979 D quarter with a visible double die error, make sure to get it professionally graded. A coin in mint state could be worth a small fortune, and remember, the higher the grade, the more it's worth. Coins with a grade of MS-65 or higher can be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars range, and those with perfect grades of MS-70 can break the million-dollar mark. So, is your 1979 D quarter worth millions? You'll have to carefully inspect it to see if it has that valuable doubling error. But whether you find one of these rare gems or not, the hunt is what makes coin collecting so exciting. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed learning about the history and potential value of the 1979 D Mint Mark Quarter. If you have one of these coins, or any other rare finds, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more coin collecting tips and stories. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2019 P Mint Mark Quarter Dollar coin. It may look like just another quarter, but did you know that some of these coins are worth a small fortune? Yes, we're talking millions of dollars. Let's start with a little background on this coin. The 2019 quarter dollar coin was part of the America the Beautiful series, which the U.S. Mint released to honor national parks and historic sites. 2019 was a special year in this series because it marked the end of the program with the release of 5 unique designs, including the Lowell National Historical Park, American Memorial Park, War in the Pacific National Historical Park, San Antonio Missions, and the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness. What's really special about these coins is the P Mint mark, showing that they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia is one of the oldest and most iconic mints in the United States, and coins from this mint often have high collectible value. In 2019, some of these quarters struck with the P Mint mark ended up becoming incredibly valuable, and we're going to explore why. So, how did these 2019 P quarters become million-dollar coins? First, let's look at a few key factors that can drive up a coin's value. For one, collectors value rarity, unique errors, and pristine condition. And these 2019 quarters have some truly rare and unusual features. First, let's talk about condition. Coins that are graded at the highest possible level, known as MS70, Mint State 70, are absolutely flawless. These high-grade coins are exceedingly rare, and even small imperfections can lower their grade and thus their value. 2019 quarters that have achieved a perfect grade can be highly sought after and incredibly valuable. But that's not all. Error coins are another huge factor. Some of these 2019 P quarters feature rare minting errors, like double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled, or planchet errors, which happen when the coin's metal blank has issues. These errors make each coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for such rare variations. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value. While most 2019 P quarters are worth around face value, a high-grade coin with a rare error can be worth tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in exceptional cases, coins like this have been known to fetch over $1 million at auction. For example, one MS70 grade 2019 P quarter with a double die error recently sold for a whopping sum at auction, making it one of the most valuable coins from this series. And the value keeps climbing as these coins become harder to find and more people look to add them to their collections. So, how can you spot a valuable 2019 P quarter in your own collection? Start by checking if it has the Philadelphia Mint mark, the small p, next to Washington's face on the front. Then, examine it closely for any unusual details like doubling, especially around the text and images. Next, if you think you have a high-grade or error coin, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This will give you a better idea of its value and protect it for future collectors. Alright, that's it for today's video. The 2019 P Mint Mark quarter might be one of the newest hidden gems in coin collecting, with some coins worth millions. Remember, you don't always have to go far to find valuable coins. Sometimes, they're right in your own pocket change. We're diving into a modern classic, the 2001 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth serious money. We'll dig into what makes them so special, their unique history, and of course, why they're worth potentially millions. First, let's start with a little backstory. In 1999, the U.S. Mint began its famous 50-state quarters program, an ambitious initiative that honored each of the 50 states with its own unique quarter design. In 2001, the states represented were New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky, each with a P for the Philadelphia Mint on the obverse side. Each of these quarters was made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, with billions of coins struck in Philadelphia. The state designs captured a lot of attention back then and are still cherished by collectors today. But let's get to the big question. Why would some of these 2001 P quarters be worth millions? Alright, here's the scoop. Certain 2001 P quarters are highly valuable due to minting errors or unique, rare features. In the world of coin collecting, any small anomaly can make a huge difference. Here are the top things to look out for with 2001 P quarters. First up, double die errors. This happens when the die imprints the coin twice by mistake, resulting in slight doubling on some features, especially around the text or images. If you spot doubling on your 2001 P quarter, particularly on the state side, it could be worth a fortune. Another error to look for is an off-center strike. If the design is noticeably shifted, leaving part of the coin blank, you might have a rare one. Collectors love these types of errors because they're visual and easy to identify. A die crack or a cud is a raised lump on the coin where a piece of the die has broken off. In some cases, it can make your coin one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique error coins. Finally, look out for any proof-like finish on a regular 2001 P coin. Proof coins are usually minted with extra care and polish, so finding one in regular circulation can make it a rare gem. So, how much could one of these rare 2001 P quarters be worth? Well, depending on the condition and rarity of the error, these coins have fetched thousands, even millions, at auctions. For example, a double die or off-center error in pristine condition could go for upwards of $10,000 to $50,000. And if you've got a truly rare version, it might just be worth even more. Now, if you're serious about selling or valuing your coin, you'll want to get it graded. Coins are graded on the MS, mint state scale, with MS 65 or higher being ideal. Professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can confirm the coin's value and give you a certified rating that can make your coin more appealing to high-end buyers. Whether you've got a 2001 P New York quarter, Vermont, or any of the other state designs, take a closer look. Who knows? You could be holding onto a hidden treasure. We're diving into the story of the 2006 P Mint Mark $quarter coin, a piece of American history that could be worth more than you think. So let's start with the basics. The 2006 P $quarter is part of the famous state quarter series, which was minted from 1999 to 2008. Each year, new designs celebrated 5 different U.S. states. By 2006, 5 states, Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota, were honored, each with its own unique reverse design. The Philadelphia Mint, represented by the P Mint mark, produced millions of these quarters. While most are worth their face value, certain rare variations and errors can drive their value up significantly. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Not every 2006 P quarter is created equal. Error coins, or coins with production defects, can drastically increase a quarter's value. Some of these errors can occur when the minting die shifts slightly, resulting in double strikes, off-center images, or even missing designs. One notable error found in a few of these 2006 P quarters is the clipped planchet error, where a small section of the coin is cut off. Another is the die clash error, where images from the reverse side are slightly visible on the front. Error coins like these are extremely rare, but if you find one, it could fetch hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars at auction. Even without errors, a 2006 P quarter in mint state condition, meaning it's almost flawless and looks as if it were just minted, can be worth a premium. High-grade coins are often found in old rolls or untouched coin collections and can sell for $50 to $500 depending on the quality. Some of the highest graded ones have gone for thousands. Collectors and investors often send their best finds to be graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. These grades, ranging from MS60 to MS70, really make a difference in the coin's market value. Now, you may have heard some wild claims about state quarters being worth millions. While it's rare, a perfect condition coin with a unique error could attract huge bids. Auctions for coins like these can spark bidding wars, especially if a wealthy collector has a special interest in a particular design or error type. Most 2006 P quarters won't fetch those sky-high prices, but it's not impossible. Even a rare coin that doesn't hit the $1 million mark could still earn you a small fortune, especially if it has a significant error or is in pristine condition. So, how can you find out if your 2006 P quarter is one of the valuable ones? First, take a close look for any unusual details. Check for errors, double strikes, or die clashes. Then evaluate its condition. The fewer scratches, where marks or tarnishes, the better. If you think you have something special, consider getting it graded by a professional. It may cost a small fee, but it could be well worth it if your coin is in excellent shape or has a unique error. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, it's amazing what treasures you might find in your spare change. Who knows? That 2006 P quarter in your pocket could be a hidden gem. So start checking your coins closely. There's always a chance you might strike gold. We're diving into the story of a remarkable modern coin, the 2001 D Mint Mark $quarter. Believe it or not, some rare finds in this series can be worth millions of dollars. You might even have one in your collection, or it could be hiding in your pocket change right now. So, let's start with a little background. In 2001, the United States Mint was deep into its legendary 50-state quarters program, a series that took the country by storm, releasing unique designs honoring each state. The series started in 1999 and continued until 2008, with 5 new state designs released each year. 2001 saw 5 quarters, each representing a different state: New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. The D Mint mark on these quarters means they were minted in Denver, and each of these designs tells a story about the state it represents. Alright, let's get into the exciting part. Why could these coins be worth millions? Most of these 2001D quarters are worth face value, but some specific ones are highly valuable due to unique factors like mint errors, pristine condition, or very high grades. Mint errors are a collector's dream. Errors like doubling, off-center strikes, and die cracks can make coins incredibly valuable. The 2001D mint quarters are no exception. In fact, collectors and coin enthusiasts are constantly searching for any rare errors that would make these coins worth a small fortune. Next, let's talk about grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being absolutely perfect. While most coins have minor flaws, finding a 2001D quarter in a high grade, like mint state 68 or higher, is exceptionally rare. These high-grade coins can fetch thousands of dollars. And if you have one that's a top-grade, unique piece, it could even be valued at $1 million or more. So, if you're checking your quarters, look closely. If it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might be worth having it graded professionally by services like PCGS or NGC. An MS68 or higher grade in a 2001D state quarter could mean life-changing money. Wondering how to spot one of these rare quarters? Start by looking for that D mint mark on the front, near Washington's ponytail. Then, examine the coin's design closely for any noticeable errors or oddities. Next, check the overall condition. If the details on Washington's face, the state design on the back, or the edge of the coin are sharp and clear, you could have a high-grade coin. Remember, any scratches or wear can lower its grade and value. So, could your 2001D quarter be worth millions? While the odds are slim, it's definitely possible. High-grade examples, coins with rare errors, or unique die varieties can bring huge values at auctions. Even if it's not $1 million find, some 2001D quarters are worth far more than 25 cents, especially in top condition. Whether you're a collector, a casual coin hunter, or just curious, these quarters remind us that everyday change can hold hidden treasures. So keep an eye out. You never know what you might find. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter dollar, and why it's rumored to be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions. The 2017 P quarter holds a unique place in modern American coinage. As many of you might know, 2017 marked the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint decided to do something they hadn't done before: add a P Mint mark to quarters made in Philadelphia. Something that hadn't been done on circulating quarters before. Now, Philadelphia usually doesn't add a mint mark on coins like quarters. So this little P on the 2017 quarter is a big deal, and it's the only year you'll find it. This made the coin instantly collectible. And with millions of people stashing these quarters away as keepsakes, the 2017 P quarter quickly became a hot item among collectors. Now, here's where it gets even more exciting. Some of these 2017 P quarters have errors or unique details, making them particularly valuable. Errors can include misaligned dies, double strikes, and die cracks, which make them stand out and increase their rarity and their value. Even though millions of these were produced, finding one with these rare errors is like finding a needle in a haystack. But when you do, it could be worth not just thousands, but potentially millions of dollars to the right collector. Why would someone pay that much, you ask? Coin collectors and enthusiasts are willing to pay top dollar for items that are both rare and historically unique. These error coins from milestone years like 2017 are especially valuable. Add in that P Mint mark, the first ever on a Philadelphia quarter, and you've got yourself a rare gem that's only going to get more valuable over time. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these valuable 2017 P quarters? First, grab a magnifying glass. Look closely for any doubling or unusual marks, especially near Washington's profile or the P Mint mark. Also, check the edges for any unusual patterns. Any sign of an error could mean you're holding onto something truly special. Some of these error coins have fetched impressive prices at auction, and it's possible one day a rare, high-quality 2017 P quarter could break records. We're talking hundreds of thousands. maybe even millions of dollars if it's pristine and rare enough. So what are you waiting for? Check your change, dig through your coin jars, and see if you've got a 2017 P quarter lying around. It might just be a small fortune hiding in plain sight. We're diving into the intriguing world of the 1989 P Washington quarter-dollar coin. At first glance, this coin might seem like an everyday quarter, but it has some fascinating details, a bit of history, and even the potential to be worth a small fortune. First, let's cover the history. The Washington quarter, as many of you know, was first issued in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1989 Washington quarter was minted during the era when the U.S. Mint was using copper-nickel-clad metal instead of silver. This particular year, 1989, saw millions of quarters minted, but only some of these quarters have the potential to be worth way more than just 25 cents. So, what's special about the P mint mark on the 1989 quarter? The P signifies it was minted in Philadelphia. While Philadelphia minted hundreds of millions of these coins, certain rare versions and error coins from this year can carry extreme value. The trick is finding the right combination of quality, rarity, and a few specific features. Now let's talk about error coins. For a coin to be worth thousands or potentially millions, we're looking for rare minting errors. In some cases, coins may have double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions. These errors occurred when coins were struck imperfectly, making them unique and extremely valuable to collectors. If you find a 1989 P quarter with a visible double die, especially on Washington's profile or the date, this could significantly increase its value. Condition plays a huge role in value. For a coin to command a high price, it must be in excellent condition. Grading scales, such as those by PCGS or NGC, rank coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with a mint state or MS grade indicating a coin is uncirculated and in pristine condition. Coins from 1989 graded MS 67 or above, particularly from the Philadelphia Mint, are incredibly rare and could be worth thousands, even pushing into that million-dollar range if it's a unique error or perfect condition find. Recently, coins in the Washington Quarter series, especially with high-grade or rare errors, have fetched impressive sums at auction. While 1989 P quarters in circulated condition are typically valued at face value, those in top-tier condition or with major minting errors can be worth thousands. Auction records show some coins going for well over expectations, and if you have a perfect error-free or rare error 1989 P, it might just be worth a fortune. So, if you come across a 1989 P quarter, here's what you should do. First, examine it closely with a magnifying tool. Look for any doubling, especially on the date and letters. If it looks perfect, consider having it graded by a professional grading service, which can help authenticate its value. And always handle coins with care. Wear gloves and store them properly to maintain that precious high-grade quality. And that's all for today's treasure hunt into the 1989 P Washington quarter. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious newcomer, keep an eye out for these valuable coins. You never know, you might have a fortune sitting in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coin collecting tips and stories. We're diving into the history, unique errors, and hidden value of the 2005 D Kansas quarter dollar. Welcome back to your channel name. If you're into coins, rare finds, and discovering hidden treasures, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable video. Let's start with a bit of background. The 2005 D Kansas quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's iconic state quarters program, launched in 1999 to celebrate each state in the Union. The Kansas quarter was released to honor the Sunflower State, and it features a bold depiction of a bison alongside the state flower, the sunflower, on its reverse side. The D mint mark shows it was minted in Denver, Colorado. Now, what really makes some 2005 D Kansas quarters stand out are the errors found on certain coins. The most famous error is known as the "In God We Rust" error. Due to a grease-filled die, some coins appear to have the letter T missing, making the motto look like "In God We Rust." This unique mistake turns an ordinary quarter into a sought-after collector's piece. There's also the bison cud error, where die breaks cause extra metal to appear around the bison, giving it an unusual look. Collectors love these kinds of oddities, and as the years go by, the value of these error coins continues to rise. So what's the potential value of these coins? For a standard 2005 D Kansas quarter in excellent condition, you might expect to get a few dollars from collectors. But for those with unique errors, such as the In God We Rust or Bison Cut error, prices can skyrocket. Recently, some error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and severity of the error. Could a 2005 D quarter actually be worth millions? In rare cases, collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for coins that have significant historical importance, unique errors, or are in pristine condition. While a 2005 D quarter reaching the $1 million mark is unlikely, high-grade error coins in MS-67 or MS-68 condition from this year can command a surprising amount of money, especially if they exhibit rare or multiple errors. If you think you have a valuable 2005 D quarter, it's worth having it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade, certified coin can greatly increase its market value. Wondering if your 2005 D Kansas quarter could be a jackpot? Here's a quick guide. First, check for the In God We Rust error. Next, look for any unusual marks around the bison that could indicate a die break or cud error. Finally, make sure the coin is in excellent condition. No major scratches, wear, or tarnish. Display each step on screen with graphics. So, next time you get a Kansas quarter in your change, take a closer look. It just might be a hidden treasure. And remember, you don't need to be an expert to start collecting. Just keep an eye out, and you could discover something valuable. We're diving into an often overlooked gem that could be hiding in your pocket change, the 1998 D Washington quarter. You won't believe it, but some of these coins have been appraised at prices worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Could you have one of these valuable quarters right now? Let's find out. First, let's talk history. The 1998 Washington quarter was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with a D Mint mark indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. This quarter is part of the series that continued the Washington portrait design by John Flanagan, first introduced in 1932. While the 1998 D quarter might look like just another piece of pocket change, there's a lot more to it. This quarter is composed of a copper-nickel-clad mixture and weighs 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. But what makes this coin special isn't its composition. It's the potential for valuable errors and unique variations that make collectors go wild. To start, not all 1998 D quarters are worth a fortune. The key to finding a rare and valuable coin lies in its specific characteristics. For example, some 1998 D quarters may have unique errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or strong die cracks. These minting errors can turn an ordinary quarter into an extraordinary find. Imagine finding a double die error where certain details, like the date or the words, "In God We Trust," appear doubled, or spotting a dramatic die crack that runs through the quarter, which increases its rarity. These errors happen when the coin die malfunctions, making each error coin unique. So why are certain 1998 D quarters worth thousands or even millions? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and grading. If a quarter is in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, known as mint state or MS, it can fetch a premium. Coins that grade MS-67 or higher are especially desirable. For instance, a 1998 D quarter graded MS-67 or above could be worth thousands. Some of these high-grade examples are scarce, as most quarters from 1998 have endured years of circulation, leading to scratches and wear. If you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, its value skyrockets. And here's the jackpot: certain error coins, especially with unique double die errors or in superb condition, have been auctioned for incredible prices, sometimes even reaching 6 or 7 figures. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that stand out for their rarity and condition. Now, here's how you can see if your 1998 D quarter could be valuable. First, look at the coin's condition. The less wear and tear, the better. Next, Use a magnifying glass to check for errors like doubling in the text or any die cracks. If you believe you have an error quarter or one in exceptional condition, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can be the difference between a common quarter and a small fortune. So, next time you come across a 1998 D quarter, give it a closer look. You might be holding onto a hidden treasure worth thousands or even millions. Remember, it's all in the details and the condition. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more rare coin discoveries. Who knows? The next big find could be waiting in your pocket. We're diving into one of the most intriguing coins out there, the 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter. It's a coin with an unusual history and, believe it or not, some versions are worth thousands, even millions of dollars. Let's set the stage. The year was 1965, and the U.S. Mint made a monumental decision. The price of silver was soaring, so quarters, which had been 90% silver up until then, were switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. That means the Mint began producing quarters with a copper core and nickel coating, a major shift in U.S. coinage history. This copper-nickel-clad coin became the standard, and from 1965 onward, silver quarters for circulation were no more. But here's where it gets interesting. A few 1,965 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets. These errors are incredibly rare, but they're out there, and collectors pay a fortune for them. So, what makes these silver 1965 quarters so valuable? Well, the rarity. With only a handful known to exist, these silver 1965 quarters are like finding a needle in a haystack. In recent years, some of these coins have been sold at auctions for well over $7,000, and in pristine condition, they can fetch a six-figure sum. That's the kind of coin that can make you a millionaire. In fact, at auction, an ultra-rare silver 1965 quarter could go for millions, especially as collector interest continues to grow. The combination of the silver error, historical significance, and scarcity drives prices to jaw-dropping heights. Now, you're probably wondering, do you have one of these valuable coins hiding in your collection? Here's how to find out. First, take a close look at the edge of the coin. Silver 1965 quarters won't have that coppery stripe along the edge. If you see a solid silver edge, you might have struck gold, or, well, silver. Another tip, weigh it. The silver quarters weigh around 6.25 grams, while the standard-clad quarters weigh slightly less, around 5.67 grams. That weight difference can be a huge indicator. Found something promising? Before you celebrate, make sure to get it authenticated. Many collectors go through professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These experts will determine if your coin is the real deal, and their stamp of approval could turn it into a serious moneymaker. Authenticating your coin is essential because counterfeit quarters do exist, and having a certified grade gives it credibility and value in the market. So, the next time you're going through your spare change or family coin collections, keep an eye out for this gem. The 1965 silver quarter error could be a life-changing find. And remember, even if you don't find a silver 1965 quarter, keep searching. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. We're diving into the world of quarters, and not just any quarter. We're looking at the 2000 D Washington quarter, a coin from the turn of the century that's caused quite a stir among collectors. You'll want to stick around, especially if you think an ordinary quarter could never be worth millions of dollars. Most people overlook the loose change in their pockets, but collectors know that coins like this one could hold unexpected value. In this video, we'll explore what makes the 2000 D quarter special, its rich history, and why certain versions of it are so valuable that they're fetching astronomical prices. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2000 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The D Mint mark stands for Denver, where this coin was struck. This coin is part of the Washington quarter series that was originally designed by John Flanagan and first appeared in 1932. The Washington quarter design was updated several times, with the state quarters being issued from 1999 through 2008, representing each state in the Union. In the year 2000, These quarters celebrated some truly iconic states: Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. The goal was to honor each state's unique heritage, and people loved collecting them. But as collectors know, not every 2000D quarter was created equal. So, why would a 2000D Washington quarter be worth more than face value? First, let's talk about a few key things that can make any coin valuable: condition, rarity, and errors. High-grade coins that have never been in circulation can be worth a lot more, especially if they're in mint state condition, meaning they look as perfect as the day they were minted. But for the 2000D quarters, there's something else that can make them incredibly valuable. Certain versions of this coin have unique errors. Some examples are double dies, where the design appears doubled, and off-center strikes, where the design isn't properly aligned. These rare error coins can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and how noticeable the error is. Now, here's where things get really exciting. While most error quarters from this year could be worth thousands, imagine finding a one-of-a-kind specimen that has collectors buzzing. If a 2000D quarter features a significant error or is in flawless, untouched condition, it could break records at auction, sometimes reaching 7 figures. For instance, certain ultra-rare coins with distinct historical significance or flaws have sold for millions. And who knows, if the right 2000D quarter shows up in mint state with a unique error, it could join those ranks. So, if you've got a 2000D quarter, here's how to check if it's potentially valuable. First, examine the coin's condition. Is it shiny, or does it look like it's been through the ringer? Next, check for errors, grab a magnifying glass and look for any doubling in the letters or numbers, any off-center strikes, or any other unusual details. Sometimes even a small error can mean a big payday. And remember, even if you don't spot anything unusual, it's always worth having a professional appraisal if you think your coin could be rare. Remember, coin collecting is about more than just potential profits. Every coin tells a story, and the 2000D Washington quarter is a piece of history that celebrates America. But if you're lucky enough to find a rare one, you could be sitting on a small fortune,